Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Total Games Train Sim World 2. So, today doing something a little bit different, a little bit away from the pre-built scenarios, and actually going to showcase a few things that I've been doing now in the background Train Sim World. So, as you guys know, we now have the class 395 for the Southeastern High Speed, and the class 377 off of East Coastway, and basically what I've done is I've used the game's built-in like scenario tools and livery tools to recreate a very basic version of both the Class 800 for the Great Western Express and the Class 385 as well for Great Western. So they are still 395s and 377s. It's just a reskin of default trains. And so again, nothing official from Great Western, nothing official from Dovetail. This is just that I've put together in my own free time just to, I guess, create the feeling of a modern day Great Western. Not quite real Great Western modern, but just a representation of what it could be like. So we'll start off the high speed run in the class Fake Hundreds, I'm calling it, the class of Fake 100. We'll do a run from Paddington to Reading, then we'll have a look at the two trains in the editors, and then we'll do a slow service commuter service from Reading back to London Paddington. So without any delay, let's jump into the tours, let's jump into the scenario designer, and let's do a run of modern high speed. So again, it's class 395 I'm using, just with a class 800 paint job on top, but it is a class 395, both in text, both in service, both in how train operates. And also, another thing you have to work with, you're operating in kilometers per hour rather than miles per hour. And so, yeah. it's a basic recreation, not quite the full experience, but it's something that Train Sim gives you the tools to do, but what you do with it is kind of your own decision. So, 1 Charlie 10 to 1013 from Paddington to Bristol Temple Meads. Class 305, also running a 12 car set, not 10 car set, because again, the 305 came in at 6 car sets rather than 5 car on the 800 again. Just small details that you didn't quite get. Right, let's start train up, shall we? So, master key in, train into neutral, turn on the safety systems, clear that. We will be using channel tile right link for the overhead catenary and also the high and top speed for the train as well. Open the doors, set up the lights, raise the pantographs, and clear the circuit breaker. So the cab itself is that of a class 800, sorry, of class 305, but the exterior, I think, is what you guys are more interested in today. So this is a recreation of GWR Green. This is the, well, again, wrong fonts, wrong liveries and that kind of stuff, but it's a basic recreation of the train itself. With the logos, like see where the darker slashes and all that. Once we go to the rear of the train, we've left the rear door green, closed doors for the 10:33 departure, as this is where first class would be, and also where the, what's it called, the kitchen section would be for in-cab service. Doors closed, throttle up, and let's make our way to our first station at Slough, and our final stop, which is at Reading. Alright, we've got class 377 acting as our 385, our class 3 Fake 5, as we can call it, the class Fake 100, the class 3 Fake 5. And we're using rail driver as well for driving, so we do get the authentic driving, I guess, fit as well. So initial up to 40 miles per hour. This is the kilometers, by the way. If I hide rail drive for a second, the in-game shows it in miles at the bottom right, but still kilometers on the main dashboard. A little bit faster. I mean, I must say, for a quick job I've slapped together, try and create a train that looks like the authentic thing. It's not bad. It's not bad. The entire route, well, the route isn't fully overhead electrified, so eventually we do run out of overhead cables. But as we're running off the rails mode, it does continue us to run without any issue with the power inputs. Hold at 40 for a bit longer. As soon as we start to increase speed, we'll be able to do that. Nice dashboard. Is that air conditioning? No. So this is the TVM. So this is the European high-speed power setup. The cab 800 is very different to that of the 305. The cab is a completely different setup. So inside, it's just a Southeastern High Speed train. Externally, it's just a fancy paint job, basically. Not too bad, Morgan. Not doing too bad. How are you doing? After the scenario, I'm not sure if I showed you the scenario too much because it's not, well, nothing really to it apart from just kind couple of routes slapped on top of one another, but don't think of the liveries, that's for sure. Can't really tell the difference. Well, I'll tell you the differences if you want to know. So, first thing, if we head to the middle of the train, these are 6-car sets, not 5. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for a 4 train 905. And so what I've done is I've basically used 2 middle carriages. So, you have logo far side, logo middle, logo far side, no logo in the middle. I've done for two in the middle, just for the sake of keeping it even. Windows as well, so on the 905 you have 2 windows door, 5 windows door, 2 windows. On Great Western, on the 800 it's 1 window door, 6 windows door, 1 window. And no first class, so again, we've got a green door here where the kitchen section would be, and these windows will be blocked off. No first class, it's all the standard class tickets at the routes. No train passing by there. You need FS19 in your life. FS19? What was that, Paul? Oh yes, also, one difference in the front is that the front doesn't have the bulges and the light's different. So the yellow goes right up to the window panes, but in order to fit the lighting I've just reduced the yellow centre bits. Right, so speed's now up to 100 miles per hour. Increase the power handle, and let's get the train up to speed. Welcome, Arizona, how you doing? Why should you be on a run flip? So that's just an issue with the actual mod itself in the livery designer. That flips, I can't change that. So I can remove the logo, or you just have it flipped. So speed goes up. Stopping Slough in 15 or so miles. The train can reach the 125 miles per hour for the GWR without too many issues. Acceleration towards the latter end. A bit slower, but not terrible. I will do Microsoft Flight Sim on Whoop. I don't get why people who watch my channel for Flight Sim think I've abandoned it so quickly, because I do one video on Train Sim. Guys are strange. Farming Sim. I had the original Farming Sim. I have got that on disc, but I don't know. Farming Sim was never my my main foray when it comes to simulation. But I've played the original Farming Sim. It's not a terrible platform by any means. Soon we're passing through Ealing Broadway. Thanks, sorry, we've got Acton Mainline, then it's Ealing Broadway, then West Ealing. How long does it take you to make this livery? About an hour or so, I'd say. It's about an hour or so. Very shortly, speed will jump up to 125 now. Throttle up. Will you do graphics throttle stream? Probably not Sketchy Chatson. Probably not. We do simulation, not robbing cars. Where's the train going? Going to, well, the train's final destination will be Bristol Temple Meads, but we're going as far as Reading today. Mike, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. So we're going to shortly be whizzing through Ealing Broadway. Try and get a camera at the station just to watch it go past. There's a train on the platform here. So you do get a few express services there. I use the fast platforms here at Ealing. I think I tried a new bus simulator. Yes, there's a new bus sim coming out in a couple of weeks. It's going to be featuring a US style map. We'll see, we'll see. It looks like an interesting little platform bus sim. I've always preferred Omsi myself, but you never know what the future can bring. Shape of the front, rectangles. I used a new model bus. I used a series of rectangles and then painted in yellow on top of the green base. I will say though, the text was by far the most difficult bit to get right. So Great Western Railways, hang on, went too fast there. Reset the throttle power handle to 0, let it slow down, drop it to 1 when we're ready. Text took a bit of time to get right. It's not the most difficult though once you learn the basics, so it's a case of, what's it called, you place one letter down, you copy it, change it, paste it, copy it, paste it, change it, do that, until you eventually get the full text. I'm going to leave the train in throttle notch 1 now. It's basically, at throttle handle 1, train does a pretty decent job at coasting the speed you set it. Should I make it a cross-country HST? That would be a pretty good one. Yeah, they do call into Reading, don't they? Come in from Southampton, I believe. With the 395 being an A train, a Hitachi A train, which gives you a bit more of an expansion for the entire, I guess, 800 series of trains here in the UK. But ultimately, the tools are there, you're free to do with them what you will. So passing through Southall now, next station will be Hayes and Harlington. Just a heads up, I'll be temporarily silencing people who beg for flights in all the time. Again, I find it disrespectful, people who just beg for one content. My channel's a variety, you're here for the variety. AWS sound nats. Increase the speed slightly, so it drops down to 119 miles per hour. Can the speedo be changed? No. Actually, I don't think it can. As well, no, it can't. Change the brightness, but the kilometers per hour, miles per hour is all built into the DC mode and the channel tile running mode. So if I switched over to DC, which uses third rail, it will train miles per hour, but the downside is then you'll be limited to a top speed of something like 60 miles per hour, so not quite the full 125 experience you can get here on the Great Western Railway. We're travelling to Reading today, Paul. We're travelling to Reading. So I'm getting a first Great Western 43, that'd be cool. Well, if you're on PC Sketchy Saturn, there's a mod that does it for free already. There's a mod out there which is the first Great Western colours on HSTs. So available on the Czech train sim forum. So again, set the throttle into the number 1 position, since that's a pretty good job at coasting the train at 125. Got on surface on our right hand side, passing towards Hayes and Harlington. To close my Skype for some reason. Just sounds leaving work early today. Came out yesterday, aviation. Well, actually came out today technically. So the Class 905, the Southeastern High Speed route came out today. And yeah, with it you get quite a good little variety of trains. Teach how trains work. What part of it, by David, you want to know how it works? I mean, they're not the most difficult mode of transport to get right. Try making the EMR livery on the HT, very nice train spotter. Sure, be quite interested to see how that all comes out. Oops. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it ain't bad. It ain't bad for about an hour of stitching together. Hope for the best. 3.7 miles now from Slough. In a couple of moments, start slowing the train down, getting ready for our first stop. How did you front the Class 377? Well, that was a series of rectangles, circles for the edges, and yeah, case of getting the yellow right in the front. But again, they're not difficult. It's not difficult to get right. I'll go through the trains in the editors afterwards. Don't you worry. We'll have a quick look at how it's all put together, different layers I've used, that kind of stuff. Could you join through other parts of Europe, like Netherlands? No, not yet, Mark Bitson. The only countries who are featuring trains at the moment are the UK, Germany, America and Canada, and so you are limited to those 4 countries at the moment. Eventually you'll get more routes, for example, a few expansions out in we've got the Eurostar line coming shortly from Rivet, so we're going to get a line in Swiss, that's in Switzerland. Otherwise, yeah, not too bad. How to get 377 route to work for its glitch? So there's a fix out on the Czech rail forums that do fix the 377 issue on PC. Another high-speed train passing through. So again, in real life, Class 800s are 5-car and 10-car sets. In 3 and 5, it's 6-car and 12-car sets. A mile now from Slough, going to hit the brakes and start bringing this train to a halt. Also, Langley was the last station we passed. So Langley to Slough, then it's Burnham and Taplow before we reach Maidenhead, and then it's Twyford, and then our next stop will be at Reading. The ATP, well, the APT will be your favourite modern-ish train. The APT wasn't very popular, not here in the UK. Certain, well, they tried to build it. It never really took off. So we're now approaching Slough. Cut back on the brakes now. We'll just coast right to the end of the platform. So I could make more out of 510 car. You never know, Pie Train. You never know. But I think the consistence hours are fixed for this. And a little bit further. And stop. And there we go. Welcome to Reading. Sorry, to Slough. The yellow circle top left doesn't work, so it's just going to stay blank the entire time we were stationary here. But it will change, it will update once the train's stationary for long enough, and then we'll be able to continue on to Slough. Sorry, we're in Slough and Reading. Getting mixed up for some reason today. Welcome, Karen, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to chat. How are you today? How are you? So we'll give it a couple of moments and close the doors, and then we'll get ourselves departing. There we go. Doors closed. Throttle 4. Welcome, Thieves, how are you doing? Welcome to chats. Conversion from miles per hour to kilometers per hour. So 125 miles per hour, I believe, is around 200 kilometers per hour, 201, 202. For example, 225 kilometers per hour is 140 miles. 70 kilometers, that's about 45 miles per hour. It's 1 mile for every... Sorry. Yeah, 1 mile is 0.7 kilometers. Have you opened the mouth? The front of the 305 or an 800 looks like a mouth. I haven't, Sketchy. No, I haven't. But I have seen it in action. Have you had lunch yet? Well, it's coming up to 5 PM now, so I'm going to have dinner once stream ends. We're going to have jacket potato beans tonight. No train spotter. Always happy to help. So 60 miles to our next station, 60 miles to Reading. Pulling to platform 8 with the train we've been taken over. Another battle takes over. Obligatory horn. Again, standard class 800. You notice there's no overhead catenary because the map itself is set in 2016 before the overhead catenary was completed. But because off-the-rails mode allows you to run trails in incompatible track, it's not going to penalise you, it's not going to bring your train to a standstill. You can just pretend that the catenary is there. So yeah, 1 mile is 1.6 kilometres. No stitch and go. You take care. Hope you enjoy potato and beans. Cheers. This service doesn't make sense. What part of it, Sketchy, doesn't make sense? I mean, this is a timetable train departing from Paddington at 10:33 AM. Oh, but no, because OFX scenery. So yeah, you can disable that OFX scenery just on the settings. It's called off the rails mode. Because officially, this is a class train for that, runs on the HS1 route, Untitled Rail link. But you have the tools, you can do whatever you want with them. This is completely unofficial and just there for fun, basically. Gonna bring the speed back to, or throttle back to notch 1 now. Passing it through Burnham. Train currently stationary at the platform. Have Taplow in front of us, then pass through Maidenhead at high speed. If we try and get a camera at Maidenhead, that'd be pretty good to watch train go by. Not too bad, City. Not too bad. How are you doing? Yes, Simulation. Rail Driver is compatible with Train Sim World. Not all the trains though yet. So some trains work. For example, the 305 is compatible with the Rail Driver, The 377 is not. So when I do my class 3 fake 5 journey later on, that one will be doing... is this Maidenhead now? Yes it is. I've gone one station a bit too early. Whoops. There's our train passing by now. That's another service just departing. Oh, I didn't realise I was on station ahead. So yeah, the 377 is not compatible with Royal Driver, and therefore for the 3853 fake 5 journey you'll do later on, that'll be done via keyboard. It's about 25ish minutes from London to Reading, and it's about 50 minutes from Reading to London on slow service. The 395 Javelin top speed is 140 miles per hour, so 225 kilometres, 140 miles per hour. It's the fastest train here in the UK. So in the UK, trains can do 200. Correct, TJ. 200 kilometres per hour without in-cab signalling here in the UK. 125 miles per hour. Yes, this is the scenario creator. Name Sand Piper 44. It's the livery designer for the trains and scenario editor for the routes. Got the high-speed service coming through. London Cardiff. There's no route for London Cardiff, Tiago. Not in Train Simulator, not in Train Sim World. Furthest you can go in Train Sim World is Reading. Train Simulator, I think, goes as far as Oxford, I believe. Was it? No. Yeah, it's definitely Oxford. You go through Didcot Park on the way to London. So another 8 miles an hour from Reading. I've seen you put the 377 by Clue line, we tried doesn't show up. Do you know why? So when you create a scenario, Berlin Bear, make sure you tick the off the rails mode. So I'll show that as well between the two different journeys, but you need to make sure that off the rails is selected before you can actually run the trains off of off of incompatible routes. So I'll show you the quick method to find out. I'll show deliveries, and then we'll do a return journey in the commuter routes. 7 miles to go. I do expect the speed limits to start dropping very shortly as well, so we'll drop from 225 down to, I think it's around 80 for entering platform at 60. Although we'll be using Twyford Station as our kind of reference point when we start braking. Small details I do like in Train Sim World. Got the bumping of the cars, gangways moving around, that kind of stuff. Small details that Delta have done a great job with. They really do bring this into life. So now passing through Twyford Station, 5 miles to go. The throttle down to neutral. It's not the mod, James. This is custom scenario editor, route editor. So there's no mods. You have to make train yourself, and then you have to build scenarios yourself. So there's no download link. There's no way to share it. This is very much personal to my system, and people can kind of, I guess, copy what people are doing. But it's using the livery editor and the scenario editor to create your own train and create your own routes. We're going to Reading, Tom the Gamer. We're going to be stopping at Reading very shortly. So down to 153 in a mile and a half, well 153 kilometers per hour. That's down to about 70, 80 miles per hour. So we'll start slowing for that now, minimum braking. US. Southeastern High Speed comes out at 6 PM on PC, so on PC comes out in about an hour, on console it's already released. Console releases at midnight, PC release from 6 PM. So down to 90 miles per hour. A Drawyah aspects coming up. Gonna leave it on 30% braking as we approach station. It's just nice and slow approach as you reach the end of the line for this bit. Do you prefer Javelin or the ICE? Javelin. Any other we can. I do much prefer the Javelin. You can now see Reading Station just on the just at the end there, behind signals. Route, this is the Great Western Express, Basha. Great Western Railway, Great Western Express. Keep it up. Thank you, Tiago. Much appreciated for the donation. You're a star. £5. Thank you very much. So now approaching platform 11 at Reading. We'll leave the brakes at minimum. We'll be using the 490 platform for our 12 car sets, and therefore just need to kind of maximise that. Now train's running perfectly no electricity. There you go, Mohawk. That's the say again, it's not a faithful modern recreation, it's just a mod thing that I've stacked together about, well, train designing to about an hour, and then creating the scenario took about 2 or 3 hours because of trying to get all the timings alright and that kind of stuff, but it's something that you can easily recreate yourself if you've got the time and patience for it. But again, not official, nothing that's dovetail, stick a sticker on and sell. This is just all for your own fun, for your own local systems. Right, we'll put up to the HST stop marker. Uh, 10:55. So in terms of timing at Reading, I think we're pretty much on time with that. And there we go. Welcome to Reading. Doors open. Now passengers to disembark. How much is it? So the Southeastern High Speed is £25. The Great Western Express, I don't remember how much that cost. I think that's under £20 as well on its own. And then the Scenario Net and Livery Designer, that's all built into the sim itself. Iron HST, no, not Basher. We're in the Class 3. Well, yeah, we're in the Class 305 Javelin, painted in Great Western colours. Very badly painted in Great Western colours, but again, it is what it is. It's just a fun little modern scenario for this sold routes. I'll say Great Western's always been a favourite of mine. It's always been a class that I've always enjoyed going back to. Right, so 2 stops, one at Slough, one at Reading, 1.3 yards at the Slough stop, 0.8 yards for Reading, arriving pretty much on time for that, level 64, level 8, level 40 on the train, 26 minutes, 22 seconds in total. Right, we're going to head over to the livery editor now, have a look at the trains in detail, and then we'll do a run in the Class 3, Fake 5, from Reading to London. So start off the 395, which is at the top, sorry. Where is it? 375, 377, 395, there we go. Great Western screen edits. So this is the train itself, a bit more detail. So again, you got your Great Western colour, lip colour, you got your logo, which is basically GDY lettering plus triangles for the angles. Text again, nice and, well, nice and tricky, but eventually you do get there. And even just getting the door frames around as well. Small gaps at the corners, but I don't think they're too bad compared to the real thing. Next car, so the leading car from the driving car, you have the Great Western Railway / on the driver's side, just here on the left. You can see where it kind of gets darker as well, the colours, with the logo in between that. Now, 2 and 3. Technically it's a 5-card set, not a 6-card set, so I've gone and copied both the same for this. 2 slashes, Great Western logo, Great Western logo, same for 3, and then carriage 4, local to the driver's side, and then car 5 is the driving car at the front. In terms of, I guess, one thing, if you do Great Western logo on this portion on the left here, it will be mirrored on the right, so you can't copy them, you can't kind of differentiate them. That's just one part where the livery mirrors. So you can either have it mirrored or you can just leave it blank, your choice. But that's the 395 itself. In terms of the front as well, in reality the yellow lines up with the edge of the windows, but due to different lighting position, I've kind of just narrowed that in the middle. So we've, again, small details just kind of fits the 395, but it's a very hooky Great Western green colour that just about works. Also the window frame. In reality, the black around the window is much larger than the window frame itself, and therefore I've gone for that shape as well. If I can find a reference image that I use for this, class 800 DWR. There's a reference image I used that I think I pretty much got it neck for neck on. This one. View image, not that one. There we go, that one. So if I can get my thing visible on top of this, there we go. Show desktop. So this is kind of the reference image I used for it. Not a perfect recreation, but close enough, I'd say. If you guys can even see it, there we go. Right, so that's the 395. When I have a look at the 377, go back, go to 377 Southern, go to edit, and again it's the same kind of thing. So use a base green layer. On this occasion use a lighter green where the Great Western Railway logo is. Same as before, default text plus triangles to make it all angled. Text, again, just about got it alright. And then the livery itself strapped along the side. Got yellow at the top as well, yellow line that goes across the entire carriage. The front took a bit of work, so you have to kind of use a circle for the top bit, cut it in half, stick another green layer on top of the light fitting fixture at the top there. Trying to get the angles right, so there's a few small gaps on the edges where the shapes don't quite match up, but small enough you never really notice. Big yellow front door, and then everything goes on the side. Silver stripe plus a green stripe for the doors themselves. It's not terrible. Not bad for about. Well, this was now an hour and 20 minutes. The 395 was about 55 minutes. Again, it takes about an hour to do both of them. And yeah, populate it into the route itself. So let's now jump over to the editor again. We'll do one thing though first, which is go to explore, timetable. But a little bit of cloud for this one, so not full coverage, but a little bit back. A bit of wind strength as well, because you can use the timetable weather settings for the scenario designer. And we'll now do a modern commuter route. So starting at Reading, we'll be driving a service to Paddington with, again, AR services, now in the modern colours. So again, class 377 with class 395s in the background. 377, 8 car loaded from Reading to Paddington. Would it be cool if they added a 769, because they're going to add GWR soon? Class 769, remind me what that one is, Berlin Bear. Remind me which one the 769 is. So 256, the 1436 from Didcot Parkway to Paddington. We're taking over at Reading. 8 car 377 again. It's a 377, just with a fancy paint job on top. We will set the master key in, train him forward. Steady AWS. This train is not compatible with Royal Driver, so I'm going to be using keyboard to drive this one. All doors released, and let's have a snoop around. It does say not in service because officially the train doesn't go on this route, and therefore the destination display this is still set to the southern routes. So I'll just mark it as not listed and exit that. Destination is now blank on the menu, and on the front of the train it should just stay blank as well, so just not confuse passengers. But once again, it's a very basic job that just about works. without too much to it. Right, doors closed. We'll make sure the lights are set to daytime running. Now departs to Twyford. Lights on only for later passes. Line the camera. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that. Is it possible to drive a train without a front window? What do you mean by that, Anne? What front window are you trying to get going? We're on PC links. We're streaming this on PC at the moment. So now the parts in Reading. Next station is Twyford in 4.7 miles. Yes, it's 377 using the... so I chose 377 over 375 because 377 has the in-cab monitors for the driver operation only, and 385 in reality also has these monitors, and therefore I thought 377 would be the closer train to the 385. The only major difference being, again, in Great Western Railway, you're on automated scenery, which this train does not have. It's just an empty box for that. So, off the rails, doesn't quite work out, but it is what it is. Turn a bit of cab lighting on because it's getting very dark in this cab, I must admit. There we go. Which train is best in Trains in World 2? I'm not sure. There's quite a few good trains in this I do quite like them. What happened in Thunder hit the train? Not much, Diego. Not much. Get a loud bang. That's about it. Speed's gonna jump up now, so increase the throttle. Driver, can they drive the train without looking out the window? Probably not, Anne. Probably not, because they need to use the... Well, they need to know where they are, basically. No window, don't know where they are. I do not have a PS5, I do not have Xbox. I'm running on PC, family vlogs. I'm running on PC. PC, Steam. This outside away. 2 Papa, 5-6 calls at Twyford, Maidenhead, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, and London Paddington. So it's not an all-station stop, but you do miss out a couple of stops on the way. So, for example, South we miss out on, but it does cover the major stops in our 8-car set. Got high-speed service pulling on the right. On console, delivery editor glitch broken in timetable snow designer. So I don't know about console Fortnite, but this is the PC version, which well, isn't at the moment. Line speed at the moment is 90 miles per hour, and I think 90 is the top speed of this line, so we'll be cruising at that for a lot of this journey. 2.7 miles top to Twyford. Start putting the brakes on about 1 mile from the station. I've got to say, train looks good. Cheers, Ashley. I'm glad you enjoyed the work. This is by far the more difficult two trains, I'd say. A lot more small details you have to get right. Otherwise, you kind of break the visual illusion driving a 385. But so the end results, definitely not bad. Definitely worth it in the end. Trains 2021, are you able to get more scenarios and routes for free? I'd say so, and yes. Because the platform's 10 years older, you've got a lot more scenarios, a lot more routes, both get from the Steam store, gets add-ons like Ultron Powerhouse, Alan Thompson, and Just Trains. In fact, Alan Thompson's a very good site to get some freeware routes, freeware scenarios, just to kind of bolster up your route library a bit. But yes, Train Sim does have quite a few decent freeware routes as well. So we've got 1 mile to go to Twyford. Let's put the braking on 1. Nice and slow braking initially. It's braking 2. Let's go braking 3. Train has 3 modes of brakes. 4th set is emergency brakes, which we don't quite want to end up on. Getting the platform around 30 miles per hour, that actually does quite nicely. The brakes certainly not quite as good as they used to be in 377. They've updated the physics a bit. They're more realistic to how they are in real life, but it's just a small bit of adjusting. Just make sure you're doing this all correctly. Is that on the Underground Train 21? Yeah, there's the Just Trains S stock, Just Trains Metropolitan line, and the Freeway West Coast Mainline does also include the Bakerloo as well. So there's 2 that I can think off the top of my head for the 3 even Virtual Districts line. Virtual Districts line also on the Train Sim 2021. First stop. Release. Let's have a look around while we're here. Definitely cloudy. Definitely a bit windy. Not bad. Not bad. On 377 for Southern. Can't show this through Southeastern High Speed. So 377 is on East Coastway. East Coastway is the route that comes with the 377. Southeastern High Speed gives you the 375, so it's slightly older variant of train without the door almost on the right hand side. Do you play Rocks? No, I don't. Family vlogs? No, I don't. Station Maidenhead, we're having 6.7 miles. Can you make liveries on the HST and Xbox One? Not sure yet, Train Spotter. You have to check if the livery design is out. That bit I don't know, and therefore I'm afraid I can't really give you an answer for. I know what's on PC, and I know what's coming up in the upcoming releases, but I don't think the HSTs are yet in the livery editor, the Class 43. Do you know you can go out of bounds in 375 without the game ending? Not sure, Aaron. I try not to break games before I get them. On Train 2020. But not Train Squad 2, you can't get Great Western Railway because you have to pay even though you have Train Sim 2020. In that case, Mercy, drop an email to Dovetail Support and then show them proof that you're in GWR. If you got it, they'll give you a copy of the game, I believe. But drop an email to Dovetail Game Support and they should be able to help you with that. It's not a very bright cab like that, but I think that's, well, the lower cab lights are more realistic ones. You have 2 lighting levels. You have low lights and bright lights. Low lights, the when they are allowed to use bright lights, just causes a glare on the window. Oops, got high-speed service on the left. Coming up to 90 miles per hour now, so we're going to slow down. Credit to the GWR 377 livery when you use it. So at the moment there's a small issue fortnight where the 377 liveries don't quite work yet on scenarios, but Dovetail are aware of it. They have released a patch to fix it, and that'll come in the next patch fix. So hang on a little bit longer, you should be able to use it soon. You made a big mistake purchasing Train Squad 2 because you didn't link the accounts, that may be why. Did you not buy them on the same accounts, Train Squad? Did you buy them on different accounts? Because if that's the case, then I'm afraid there's nothing then that you can really do. It's like if you buy one on PlayStation and then buy the other on Xbox, they don't work, you can't share them because you bought them on 2 different platforms. If you bought on the same Steam account, the same PlayStation, or the same Xbox account, then it works. If you bought them on different, separate accounts, then I'm afraid it's not going to work because you bought them all separately. How do you bot service in Train Squad 2? You can use the scenario editor, Morgan. You can use scenario editor. So this is what we've done now. We've set up a scenario for both high speed and commuter, and we've set up our train, set up a bunch of AI services. So I think the high speed route I put about 13 AI trains, On this one, the commuter service have about 19 hour trains, kind of spread them all out a bit. But you can do everything via the scenario editor. On the right hand side there. It's quite busy up to Reading right now. In a couple of moments, we'll get ourselves ready to stop our next station. Military horn. Must say, as soon as radar functionality comes to this train, I'll be very happy for sure. I need to drop down to 75 miles per hour now, so we reached the next bit station. 75 in 1 mile, station in just under 2. I'm 21 family vlogs, I'm 21, not 15. So, like I say, Livery, you can turn on off the rails mode, which allows you to drive trains that are not compatible with certain routes in the scenario editor. So it's a sandbox, you can do any train, any routes, all through the scenario editor. It's all built into Trainsim World. It's actually surprised not many people even know about it. Any train, any routes. The world is at your fingertips, or the rather railways even at your fingertips. Braking 1 now, so you start to approach the station. Yeah, so it's 377 in a crudely put together GWR livery that I put together last night. I'm sure there are people out there who can do a much better job than I have. But hey, it is what it is. After Southeastern High Speed, I believe it's the Arosa line. I think Berlin Bear. I believe it's the Arosa line. Is it an Overground skin mod? I'm not sure, Aaron, about London Overground. Car set, we'll go right to the end of the platform here at Maidenhead. There we go. The door's open. There's 2 trains right now here at Maidenhead, and all my trammers spawned inside the other train there. Arrive at the same time. I believe both will be scheduled to depart at the same time as well. Just fannies in front of the platforms, so it's good to see. So now departing. We'll get ready to close our doors. Correct, I think it's 6 or 6:30 PM. I believe it's 6:30 tonight start. Doors closed, let's get going. Next station is Slough, 5.7 miles. High speed train on the far side. Drawyah, nice. Cheers, Handy Dogs. Thank you for the kind words. Do any of the trains feature de-ice, which one day you have to remind to turn on? I'm not sure, Warren. I'm not sure about de-ice. Don't think so, though. Do you think there'll be a train between London and Dublin? London and Belfast, perhaps. Dublin, very unlikely at this time, I'd say. It's not a mod, just Anxie. This is all default train sim world, using the livery editor for the colours and the scenario editor for the routes. It's all defaults in the sim. Anyone can do it. It's not difficult, that one. Just surname backwards. Trains and flights. I'm playing train sim right now. Okay, boy Scott. Playing train sim right now. Train sim World 2. So slow get up to speed. We'll be passing through both Burnham and Taplow stations. No stopping at either of those. All the way into London. Take care, Morgan. Have a good one. Bye bye. Worked out to copy them on opposite side. Worked out to copy what train spots are. 156, so there's 390 and 156, two train spots in the chat right now. Hey, Joy, hope you're doing well. Normally watch your Microsoft flights and videos, but here we are. Interesting to see how rich train someone is. Oh, what a rosy yourself do you? Well, welcome back off the Igloo. How you doing? What line do you operate on? What class is for Greater Northern? Greater Northern, I believe, use 385s and 378s. They use 2 from Electrostar. Actually, I'm trying to find which one it is. It's the one they redid the front of them a couple of years ago. 377s they use. 377s, 387s. And 365s as well. 365s, they're networkers. The redone fronts. Right, 5 on to Southwestern, very nice. Yep, Southern used the 377. Chiltern, they don't use any Electrostars, they use networkers and turbostars. Southeastern, they use 365s, 366s, 375s, sorry, 385s. Start with a little bit of braking now as we start to approach Slough. Browser stop at platform 5. Have you gone on the Bluebell Railway? No, I haven't, Charles. No, I haven't. I'd love to go one day. Looks like quite a nice little railway, but I've not been there personally, no. Longest route in the world, I believe that would be the Trans-Siberian Railway from Moscow to Beijing. When you're driving the class 305, already done it, Lewis, you've missed it. We've already done 305, that was the first half of this stream. I'm doing one run in each. It's only a quick little live stream, just kind of show what I've been doing off my free time, but I thought it's a bit of fun, maybe some people will be interested in seeing how it works, and just do a couple of videos on it. So now approaching Slough. Stop. Release. Welcome to Slough. Yeah, our train's just about long enough station. Just about. It's a single door at the end. That doesn't quite fit the station. But not bad. Not bad indeed. I think, well, Great Western, they do operate 8-car sets on on this line. Because it used to be class 166 they used to operate, but when the electrification was finalised as far as Oxford, no, Didcot Parkway, and then you get a bit of extension towards the west as well. But as soon as they got the train up to Didcot Parkway, they replaced the networkers here at Great Western with these electric cars instead.
Staff or use a help point.
What's the length of the double 377? Not sure if I'm going to be honest with the train spotter. I'm not sure what the length of the double 377 would be. Can't special 305 because your dad used to work on number 2. Very nice. Commute was long to go to Ashford Depot, so you move from Southeastern Railways, 20-minute round journey, depot instead of 4 hours. Very nice. Not for the train as the 377 is not compatible with Drawyah, and therefore I'm using keyboard for this route. No Raildrive compatibility for this one. No Fusion, always happy to help with Flight Sim. Do you think it's not working because the transit mod is on disc? If it's on disc, Mercy, then that one definitely needs to contact Untitled Games for, because actually I think it's different, because if you put Train Sim Mod 20 disc in and load Train Sim Mod 2, there's a certain thing you need to do which can then kind of read the disc and take the routes off of that. There is a certain process you need to double check on. Yes, I do know the IC, freaking Chris. I think everybody knows the IC at this point. The German Intercity Express. Next flight 777 to Qatar. Very nice, Charles. Hope you enjoy your flights. Would there be any mods for routes like West Midland Railway, Bromsgrove, Birmingham New Streets? Not sure yet, again, you never know. It's not on the Untitled Games feature list yet, on their roadmap, but it's something that you can always suggest in their forums, route suggestions there, or you could, well, hopefully that developed by developers also do it at some stage in the future as well. There's a few different routes, few different options that you can try and get Untilted's attention for. Now passing through Langley. Next station is West Drayton, so our next station will be within the M25 limits themselves. You've already missed it, Lewis, the 800 reskin we did before this journey. Although, you may spot the VIO service on the right hand side. I do use the reskin. Double 377 will be about 122 metres long. There you go, 122 metres for the double 377. Thank you very much. Can you just show them how to sort? I did say I was going to mute people who asked for flight sim streams on a train sim stream. I've asked that plenty of times before. Good to know, family vlogs. This, I believe, is Ivor. Yes, so we go through Ivor, and then very shortly we'll be crossing the M25. The M25, the outer London limits. So that's a local road. This here is the M25. Yes, we did have quite a bit of snow in London last week. More than I was expecting, that's for sure. Start slowing down now, platform 4 we're approaching. So now within London at West Drayton, you can access the platform via the Oyster card. We stop here, we then stop at Hayes and Harlington, one more stop at Ealing Broadway, and then we ride to the end at Paddington, London Paddington Station. Terminus to the Great Western Mainline, Brunel's, Brunel's final creation. the left there, that is the former platform that used to travel to Uxbridge High Street Station, and then connects us to the Southeastern Mainline, just west of, just to the east of Denham. But that's everything else we do now. You enjoy it, Train Spotter? Do you watch Nickelodeon? Haven't watched Nickelodeon in about 10 years. Welcome, King Jr. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to channel, welcome to chats. How are you doing over on Twitch today? Yeah, I think the platform's just long enough to cater for our train. Yes, it is. We do get a few squeezes as the train starts to arrive. It looks good. It does look good. It's not a perfect recreation, but I'm not faulting it for an hour of work at 11 PM last night. Well worth it though. Well worth it for a very hooky, modern Great Western setup. So I'm ready to close doors shortly. The track is cleared away into platform 11 at Paddington, which it is. You can see trains now just departing from Paddington. Officially, trains booked in to arrive at Paddington at 4 past 4, so we've got another, what, 25-ish minutes to the end of the scenario. Depends really how long it takes for us to get to each station. Could get there a little bit earlier, hopefully. This is Livery Designer, UK Train Sim. This is Livery Designer. Ooh, 37 miles on 377. So yeah, it's fast 377, not 385. This is just a very basic job to get a train that just about looks right. So speed limit is, well, so it's saying at 90 for now. Main green aspect, so it's yellow aspect. Okay, so that's like you're saying it's that we do need to slow down shortly. Last one was not possible. That was West Drayton, Charles. Potter's Bar is on Greater Northern Thames Link, so wrong line. Take care, family vlogs. Bye bye. I'd love Train Spotter to a multiplayer. Never know for the future. I mean, having like a conductor mode and driver mode would be pretty good. One person to control the doors and check tickets and all that. You never know for the future. The question is, how would it work? Let's say, yeah, one's a driver, one's a conductor controlling the doors and using the guard bell and all that. Because the train has got the guard buzzer. It is, if I remember, it's cab lights. Where is it? Couple doors. Signal. So you have got the functionality in the train, just a case of how do you use it. So now approaching Hayes and Harlington, start braking for that. That behind us is the Heathrow Airport crossover. So the Heathrow Express and Heathrow Connects both use that track and tunnels to get to this airport. Used to be at Heathrow Airport Junction before the station opened up. It's about 6 months they use it for shuttle bus service between the airport and the station. We made a 375 livery in 387 Gatwick colours. Very nice UK train sim. Sounds rather good, that. I have seen a few liveries pop on the Facebook group as of late. Quite a few people showing their creative side off in this for this new scenario, for this new route. Because with Electrostars, they're pretty much everywhere here in the UK, so very common trains to build variations of. And yeah, especially with my case, running it alongside Great Western. It's not a perfect recreation, but it's a nice little thing that something you can do if you've got the time and patience for it. It really comes down to what you want out of it, I guess. Or release Welcome to Hayes and Harlington. This platform is just too short again for the last stop. Set to the opening wood working this, but I believe actually Hunter's now got longer platforms anyway. Yesterday, so the middle platforms have been extended, and the entire station now comes out as level with the junior platforms. They've extended the station, it's a lot bigger than it used to be, thanks to the Elizabeth line both terminating here with a bay platform and a few other things as well. Right, so we're ready to close the doors. Next station is... next station and penultimate station is Ealing Broadway. Yeah, one more station. Well, then bring this to an end. $5 miles to Ealing. So passing through Southall, passing through West Ealing, and I think there may be one more station between there. You've got Southall, can't remember the name of the station, West Ealing, Ealing Broadway, Acton Mainline, pass through that, and then London Paddington, where the train terminates. Slow a little bit. What for? Line speed is currently at 90 miles per hour. Drops down to 85 in 2 miles. Currently at 90. Might as well run at 90. Going to do a custom ScotRail livery, but the leg count is too high because of the circle of dots. I can imagine that's going to cause a few limitations. ScotRail, there's another one as well which has got quite a few small little dots that you need in order for the livery to work. I have seen something that are quite good LNER livery for the 395. That was pretty good shots on the Facebook group. They've shared a few screenshots. What should we get to Paddington? Yes, we will, Carl. Let's get to Paddington. We'll have a quick fun look at the trains, and then we'll bring the stream to an end. It's not a long stream. It's nothing major and groundbreaking. It's just a fun little, here's what I've done, enjoy it kind of thing. Maybe get some inspiration for other people to do future routes. Will you make a Gatwick Express livery? Not sure. GLY New Bricks. If we get the route for it, then yes I will. If you don't have the routes, then, well, you're driving a train that doesn't really go anywhere. I'm going to reduce that 85 now, so the line speed has dropped slightly. Going through Southall siding now. We have a few freight trains here, but it's generally quite peaceful. Going to slow down to, whoops, wrong button. Going to slow down to 80. Why does it look like you're off to the left of the rail? I don't think so. 0. I mean, our seating position is on top of the rail, so it's perhaps just the seating layout. The train itself isn't particularly too far off. It's just the seating. Right, what station is this? Hanwell, that's it. Hanwell station in the viaduct. Yes, it has aviation. Southeastern High Speed has released onto Xbox, as has the what's it called? The Great Western Express. Great Western Express is a very old route. And this is both using the livery editor and the scenario editor to create a very basic Great Western Mainline. Now I'm approaching Ealing, I'm going to stop putting the brakes on. passing underneath the main road right now here at Ealing. AWS, signal that. Speed limit's down to 80 miles per hour for this next bit. And as we get closer to the end of the line at Paddington, it's going to get slower and slower, so just in case of just monitoring all of that. Welcome Owen, how you doing? Welcome to Channel's Chats. It's been a little while, man. Been a little while, how you doing? On our left, you have the London Underground platforms, you have the Central line in the middle, and then the District line at the far end. You have the Elizabeth line and the local Great Western lines in the middle, and on the far side you've got the fast intercity trains running through to Bristol. Around. Platforms not too busy at the moment, and again with lockdown we have too many people travelling. Trains there. Well, yeah, not a single person on the train right now. Very quiet indeed. Lodging so far. Glad to hear it, train spotter 156. Glad to hear it. Thing you don't know is not working. You have East Coast Way and Train World without paying. Thing I don't know why it's not working, because I've got East Coast Way. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, Mercy. Just gonna have to clarify that in a bit more detail. I'm doing not too bad, Kingslayer. Not doing too bad. So far, so good. Just enjoying a bit of snorers at the Great Western. So 80 miles per hour, another 5 miles till we reach Paddington. For throttle, we're using the keyboard for throttle aviation antics. Normally I use the rail driver, but the rail driver is not compatible with 377. Therefore, for this train, we have to use the keyboard. Once it's compatible with the rail driver, then I'll change over. But for now, not compatible, and therefore nothing you can't do about it at this stage. I noticed you just antsy, but I'm not gonna. Well, I'm doing it now, but I don't want subscribers who are just subscribing for the sake of, oh look, you noticed me, I'm never going to watch you again. I'd much rather have active subscribers that actually, well, come in for the videos. This is cursed. That's off the rails for you, Orbs Roblox. That's off the rails for you. .377 in Great Western colours, running on third rail. In an FX scenery line with no overhead power box. If I go to where it should be, it's just an empty pit. So speed drops down to 50 very shortly, going 67. We'll put a little bit of braking just to slow down. We're now going through the former Otter Common Depot. No longer train depot, has since been knocked down for HS2 construction. The new depot is on the right hand side of the track in a facility just a bit further down the line. I haven't played Trains in months, but since you're watching this, you'll play it again. Oh, go for it, Owen. I mean, it's a very different landscape to Trains into Flight Sim, but again, it's something about driving a train that I just enjoyed the experience, maybe a bit more so than flying. It's a very fun little thing, this. Especially now as we start approaching Paddington, you've got to really be mindful of your speed limits, you've got to be mindful about your what's around you, situational awareness. There's a lot of things that you need to just keep going with. And yeah, it's always a bit of fun, this. On the top now, that's the change over with London Overground, I believe. London Overground use that a bit. FPS and train sim, we're getting about 45 FPS right now. If you go to the right screen, get about 45, 50 FPS. So it's a very, very smooth experience. So holding at 50, 2 miles now to Paddington, where the train terminates. Down to 14 miles, we're going to drop down now. It's a light game, not heavy. Absolutely. Train Sim World and Train Simulator especially, they don't require massive, crazy PCs to run them. You can run on the mid-spec without too many issues on high graphics. Right, Advent, how you doing? Watch out, chat, how you doing, Mike? How are you doing? Twitch is throwing a wobbler, so you can't chat over there. No worries. What time does your interview start later on? I'll try and tune in for that, because this is, well, we're about to come to the end of our stream now here at Great Western, done by high speed and low speed. Running our class 3 fake 7. Sorry, 3 fake 7, 387. 3 fake 7 from London to London. Just now on the approach. Now, you think you're getting trained somewhere, but you don't know if you'll like it. Well, if you've got a console, Kingslayer, you have Xbox Game Pass especially, then it is for free on Xbox Game Pass. So you can just try it out for that. 7 PM. These are great. Cheers, man. Glad you enjoyed the work. It's a very hooky livery, just about works, I'd say. Just about looks authentic. But you know, it's 377. It's technically a southern train, even though our uniforms in southern. Just for the experience of it. Because it's there, why not? Should you do it? Depends how much authenticity you want, really. But it's there for fun. Train to signal, alright, interesting. Thanks for the information you guys got so helpful. No Racing Slayer. Like I say, it's free to use on Xbox Game Pass. So you've got Game Pass. Why not give it a go? If we take ourselves here at Royal Oak Station, London Underground now, 4th Rail and Circle Line. Just watch our train slowly go past. Hashtag Livery, I made it. Ollie plays Roblox. I made it in the livery editor. I made the livery. I made the scenario. Took about 3 hours last night, but well worth it. Alright, 25 to entry into station. We'll cross the end of the platform, and then we'll bring this scenario to an end. Delivery looks nice. Cheers, Kingslayer. Thank you very much. I'm glad people have enjoyed it. It's not something you'd normally do, but if it's worked out quite nicely. So nice and slow. Crawl at the end of the platform. open. Turn off the headlights. So to reverse it into the off position. You have a quick look around while trains here at the terminus. It's nice and soft buffers as you like it. Again, don't know why Dovetail stopped doing this, but just having these fake people just standing around, it does wonders in populated platforms, giving a bit of life. Okay, train slowly arriving now. Train just arriving. Another one stationary platform here. But it's a lot of fun, these scenario editors. A lot of fun creating these routes. Got a train currently stuck at a red signal. In fact, two trains stuck at a red signal just outside the station right now. So maybe something I've done wrong with the service and definitely just reconfigure it. But hey ho, tally ho, we're at Paddington in modern Great Western setup. So quick look at the route there. Twyford, Maidenhead, Slough, West Drayton, Hayes and Harlington, Ealing Broadway, London Paddington. Few stop markers maybe missed. That's route infamiliarity of the different train length, but other than that, not too bad. In fact, West Drayton, pretty much on the mark there, 0.2 yards, 0.3 for Ealing Broadway. Level 61 character, level 8 on Great Western Express, level 5 on South Southern's 377. In fact, 1 point over level 5, so nice to have. 46 minutes, 35 miles driven. We didn't really walk in this scenario, and that brings us to the end of that. So, yeah, like I said, that's a couple of things I've just been playing around in the background over the last couple of hours. So I've recreated Great Western Express in modern trains. Again, they're not modern trains. It's a 377 and a 395. It's just a livery I've stuck on top and it just about works out. But again, not official, nothing that Great Western have said you can do it, that kind of stuff. It's all for a bit of fun. So, yeah. If you look at, I'm looking at Discord, looking at Facebook, there's a lot of fun little creations that are going about as well. A lot of people have been taking this livery to the extreme. So I've seen a pretty nice Class 801 in LNER colours on the 395. I've seen a couple of Hitachi liveries on these as well, so they're definitely getting out there. But I think that now brings us to the end of our stream today. No worries, Mike, don't you worry. It was a good stream. Definitely had a bit of fun today in the Great Western. Next stream will be tomorrow or Saturday. We're doing Microsoft Flight Sim on the next stream, so back to Flight Sim after that. But let's say a few days of trains, got a few premieres as well for the Southeastern High Speed. So I've done one for each scenario. It's the first one starting in about 30 minutes when the stream ends. But again, if you want to watch it, that's there for you. That's down to you. Well, I guess that brings us to the end. So thank you all very much for watching. You take care of yourselves. As I said, we'll be back again in Microsoft Flight Sim for our next live stream. Got a few premieres before doing that though. And yeah, take care of yourselves. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.